What's up, you guys? It's Danae with All Things Pickleball, and I'm coming at you today with another pickleball coaching video all about the equipment that you will need. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about necessary equipment. I'm going to talk about equipment that's nice to have but not necessary. And if you stay until the very end, I'm going to total it all up for you so you know what your startup cost is going to be. So first thing we're going to go into is the necessary equipment. This is equipment you cannot get around and that you honestly just need. Very first one on the list is gonna be pickleballs. That being said, there's a ton of different balls. So which ones do we actually need? Well, it depends. For beginner clinics, I really like to use the Franklin X40. It just plays a little bit slower. It's easier for beginners to handle and they don't break as easily, which we love. If you're someone that's looking to teach intermediate or advanced players, specifically players that are doing tournaments, then I would make sure that you also have on hand Durafast 40s. That again is going to be the official tournament ball for most sanctioned tournaments. Now, if you are somebody where you're like, okay, I wanna have an in-between, then a great option for you is gonna be either a core or an Oso ball. What I love about core and Oso is they don't break as easily as Duras, and they play a little bit faster than Franklin, so they're a great in-between ball. That being said, you actually need a good number of these, okay? Because again, you don't wanna spend time in your lesson picking up balls and taking away time from actually teaching or drilling. I suggest having at least 100 balls on hand, and if you're doing a clinic, I would honestly go upwards to 200. Next thing on the list is gonna be a ball caddy. You're gonna need a way to transport all of the balls, okay? So my favorite ball caddy is this ball caddy by Gamma. The reason why I love it is it's super portable. You can put it on the stand and it rolls. It's awesome. It fits in your car super easy. I cannot say enough about this ball caddy, you guys. I'm obsessed with it. So this is by far something I really actually think that you guys need. I've tried a lot of other ones. I've tried the plastic ones. I've tried the Amazon ones. They fall apart. The balls fly everywhere. I'm telling you, save yourself the headache and get this ball caddy. Next necessary item on the list is extra paddles. Now, if you don't have extra paddles lying around that are in good condition, this could run up your cost a little bit. So I suggest having anywhere from 6 to 12 extra paddles. The reason I say 12 is because that's typically my clinic limit for one instructor. So if I'm teaching a clinic for 12 people, I wanna make sure that I have 12 extra paddles lying around available for them to use. So by no means break the bank on this, but you're gonna wanna dish out a little bit of money to make sure that you have paddles for people to use. Next item really depends on your facility situation. If you are lucky enough to have dedicated courts, then you don't need to invest in a portable net. But if you don't have access to dedicated courts, you're gonna need to invest in some portable nets. And these can get pricey. So I personally like to use these nets. Again, they're a little bit pricey. They're super durable, easy to transport, and super easy to set up. Remember, you also might need to tape out courts depending again on your facility situation. So those are things that you're gonna have to think about. You're also gonna probably need to bring a measuring tape just because if you're setting up portable nets, it's really important to measure them, make sure everything's to size. All right, so we've got the necessary items. These next items I'm gonna talk about are things you don't necessarily need, but they're just so nice to have. Okay, first being a ball collector. You guys, I'm telling you, this is a game changer, especially again, if you're doing clinics and people are just hitting balls everywhere. Like, having a ball collector is awesome. And this one just, you roll over the ball, picks them all up. It's like super, super game changer when it comes to time. So that's something that's nice to have. You don't need it, but holy smokes, it's a luxury and it's one that I'm happy that I've used. Next item, this will not run you much and I suggest it for anybody. It's gonna run you like $10 to $15 and it's just cones, okay? Cones are awesome tools to use, especially for your visual learners, especially to do some drills. Again, it just elevates the lesson experience. I would highly suggest to use cones in your lessons. Another thing that I think is really important that doesn't run you much more money, but it just elevates your client's experience is just a cooler full of water and refreshments for people. Especially if you're in a public park where there's not a water fountain, it's just really nice to be able to offer that to your clients during a lesson. Last item that I think is a total luxury you don't need, but it's awesome, is a ball machine. So obviously this is going to be the priciest item on the list. This will run you anywhere from like $900 to $2,000. So it's a big ticket item. Lower end, probably around $1,000, but like, I mean, it's an investment, okay? However, that being said, it's a really good investment, especially if you do a lot of private lessons. The biggest advantage to having a ball machine is honestly like you can actually be up close right next to your client watching their form, like not from 20 feet away, and the machine is hitting them balls and you're able to just totally focus on your client's form. That's the big advantage to having a ball machine. Is it necessary? No. Is it awesome? Yeah. Okay, it's really awesome. Okay, so now that we've gone through all the items, I'm gonna tell you the grand total if you got everything on this list, what it would come out to cost-wise. Okay, so we're gonna be a little bit conservative on the pickleballs. So pickleballs for about 100 Franklin pickleballs, that's gonna be $200. For that ball caddy, it's gonna be $198. Here's the big wild card is the paddles. So if you got this paddle set of 2 and you got it totaled out to 12, that would be $360. If you didn't have a dedicated court, then 2 nets would cost you about $400. And we'll just say cone and cooler, $30. And the ball collector, about $120. And the ball machine, on the conservative end, let's just say $1,000. So the total for all these items is going to come out to $2,307. She's a lot of money. But like I said, you can totally do this balling on a budget. You don't need all of those items. Something that really helps with the paddles specifically is looking on Facebook Marketplace, seeing if your friends have old paddles that they want to get rid of. There's totally ways to save some money. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. If you have any questions around coaching, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. Make sure that you check out the description to see if there's any discounts to save you some money. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna put my socials down below just in case you wanna follow me other places. And I will see you guys in the next one.